Welcome to Shy Out of Town Sports. And right now we're going to talk about the consistency of the NBA because their golden boy, the golden child, grown man child named LeBron James. And they're fostering in a whole league full of these guys. See, this is a systemic problem because LeBron is not going to play forever. But the stuff that the NBA is allowing to just go on and linger and fester is basically turning the NBA into one big hypocritical ball of stew. Now, in all fairness to Ja Morant, I mean, if you're going to, even though Ja Morant has a history, now he was the one on flashing a firearm, even though it's legal in Tennessee, and it's legal in various states around the country, you still representing a private enterprise, a private company. We get it. But if that's the case, then when LeBron does it, or Mikal Bridges does it, or anybody else does it, you gotta be consistent with the message. This is the problem with the NBA right now. It doesn't have a consistent message. And this is why these guys are running roughshod over Adam Silver. He's in over his head at this point. I don't know if he's scared of these guys or the money that they're bringing in. It's oh my God, they're bringing in so much money. I don't want to say anything because that might affect my money because I might end up not being the commissioner. It's just not adding up. Even though Ja Morant put himself out there, he made the dumb decision to do what he did. Fair enough. But at the same time, if that's not allowed, this gesture that the NBA has deemed to be offensive and against company policies, and therefore nobody should be doing it, including LeBron James, the poster child, the face of the league. Why is it ups and downs? We're going to force it here, but you know what? We're going to pretend like we didn't see that. Oh, LeBron did it? We didn't see it because we were looking over there. Nah, real life don't work like that. So let's check out this article I just came across. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the hypocrisy. We're going to read some of this article. I'm going to leave a link to this article also in the description box. You guys can read it for yourself because it's going to have video links to the players actually doing the gesture. That's, the controversial gun gesture that Ja Morant got a fine for. Memphis Grizzlies all-star Ja Morant is in trouble with the NBA's leadership again, and it once again involves guns. No, he did not flash an actual gun as he did on two different live streams back in 2023. He missed 33 total games due to two suspensions for those incidents, the first for 8 and the second for 25. So we just recapping for a minute. Morant has been fined $75,000 by the league after performing a gun gesture. Okay, we got that. But we're going to get down to, we got that part. Okay. NBA win at Ja for doing that. Interestingly, Morant is not the only player to have done the gun celebration. Other players have done it in the past, but they went unpunished. Here are some players who've performed this gesture without being scrutinized to such an extent. Now, once again, in context, Ja Morant put himself in a bad position, a bad situation when he was on live streams showing an actual gun. So that's a big part of his thing. Okay, so that portion, okay, we get it. But if the gesture itself is a problem, then nobody should be doing it. The message should be consistent down the line. So Ja Morant's celebrations seem to have rubbed off on teammate Desmond Bane. In a game against the 76ers back in November, the Grizzlies guard did the gesture after hitting a 3 off Caleb Martin, who did not seem to appreciate it. And now all of a sudden these players are going to start being overly sensitive about it. It's a big mess that the NBA is just letting it lay out there and fester under people's nostrils to just smell the stench. You got to be consistent about your message. Either it's a problem or it's not a problem. Don't make it a big problem. If it's a big problem, then it's a big problem for everybody. Nobody should be doing it. If it's not a big problem, then, you're going to find Ja $75,000 and he might be eligible to be suspended or whatever, but other players don't get no type of fine or punishment. or their fine is less. So is the jester a problem? Or I mean, my thing is consistency. Okay, if the jester is a problem, then whoever does it should get a $75,000 fine. If Ja's the poster child, he did the dummy on the live stream. So if he's the poster child, then whatever his punishment is, other players should get the same thing. That way, it'll be taken seriously. Because okay, Ja, you want to be the crash dummy? You want to be the crash out dummy, the guinea pig? Okay, boom, we hit you with this. And anybody else that want to try it, we're gonna hit them with the same thing. That's how you get rid of certain things in your league that you don't want. But we're gonna can't really play NBA footage. But Joakim Noah, didn't know he was on that list. Okay, like a lot of players in the league, former NBA Defensive Player of the Year Joakim Noah had one that was considered his signature. He would pretend to hold a pistol in each hand and act like he was firing them wildly when he did something worth celebrating. Very interesting. Shall we continue? Like I said, my thing is consistency, NBA. Wait a minute. See, Joakim not in the league no more, so Joakim was, he was emotional. He did his thing. Oh, Mikal Bridges. Oh, Mikal Bridges. Mr. Bridge. Another player who has done the finger gun celebration is New York Knicks wingman Mikal Bridges. He often extends one hand at his own bench after hitting a three-pointer and pretends like he's aiming a gun at them while using three fingers. When he was still with the Brooklyn Nets, he explained that the origins of his celly came from baseball. Okay, still comes down to the inconsistent of the NBA. What do we have here? Scotty Barnes. Oh, Scotty. What's going on, Scotty? Mikal Bridges' celebration has been used against him in a viral moment for the Toronto Raptors. Back when Bridges was still with the Nets and were battling against the Toronto Raptors, all-star forward Scotty Barnes hit a three-pointer against them. Following the shot, Barnes looked for Bridges and then aimed his fingers at him in a fashion reminiscent of his own celly. Up the Sandcastle King, LBJ. While it's not the signature move associated with him, for a time, NBA MVP LeBron James himself has done the gun celly before. Oh, he can't do anything wrong. You gotta let him get away with it. How dare you say anything to LeBron, the king? At the peak of the Golden State Warriors versus Cleveland Cavaliers rivalry, James hit a three-pointer over defensive stalwart Andre. Following that, the former Cavs superstar pretended like he was loading a mag into a handgun before he racked the slide. So LeBron went through the whole histrionics of a Second Amendment owner. Very ironic. Dalton Connect. Oh, that hand gesture looks familiar. Yeah, it looks very familiar. LA Lakers rookie Dalton Connect has also been seen during the gun celebration. In fact, his was pointed at his team's Instagram account. This occurred during the Lakers' 120-108 victory against the Denver Nuggets on March 19th. In the image, it seemed like Connect was backpedaling while pointing his finger guns at Aaron Gordon. Such a rivalry. Gotta have that rivalry going. Gotta pull those finger guns out. Now, me personally, like overall, my personal position on it, we don't care about that stuff. But when you're talking about professional NBA players and the whole image thing, endorsements, it is a business. So the NBA overall has to protect this brand for business purposes. Okay, so why does it not apply to everybody? If what Ja Morant is doing the wrong celebration, why do they not get held to the same standard, including the face of the league, LeBron James? If you want to send a message, especially him, because if you really cared, everybody would receive the same punishment because it is viewed as bad histrionics, bad advertisement for the NBA, right? Am I the only one connecting these dots? Am I connecting the wrong dots? Should I be looking for circles instead of dots? I mean, what are we talking about here? The lack of consistency in the NBA is what we talking about here. Y'all heard me? Let's see who else. Another golden boy of the NBA, Stephen Curry GOAT. Steph, say it ain't so. Not you too. Of course. Speaking of Warriors players who've done the gun gesture, there was also a time when Stephen Curry was seen doing it. In fact, Curry seemed to be holding a larger caliber gun when he did his version of the gun celebration. And I put Steph up there with LeBron. These are faces of the modern NBA, and their skills might be waning and fading away, and they're on the downside of their careers. In the twilight of their careers, they're still recognizable symbols of the NBA. So LeBron did it recently. He's still considered the face of the NBA. Why is he not receiving the Ja Morant treatment? Why is the NBA just, oh my goodness, you're like the Clydesdale pulling the carriage in cities like downtown Chicago. You got the blinders on. You don't see LeBron doing it, but you see Ja Morant doing it. And I'm not defending Ja Morant. Everybody saw the foolishness on this and that, and we understand the connection to the jester when he's on the court. It's bad optics. It just is. It's bad optics. You can't do that shit. So that part is understandable. But if you can't do that shit, nobody should be able to do that shit, including LeBron. Why is he exempt from why is LeBron exempt from everything? The Sandcastle King. Why is he exempt from everything? Russell Westbrook. Now, if anybody would get punished for it, it would be Russ, because for some strange reason, it seemed like the NBA hates Russell Westbrook. And I might crack my jokes about Russ when he be doing, when he be hooping and he be messing up and this and that. And it ain't nothing personal against Westbrook. I just be having fun with it and everything. But the reality of it is Russell Westbrook is getting picked on. He's getting singled out. You got a problem with what he's doing, what he's saying or not doing, but anybody else that's doing, saying, or not doing or saying the same thing, you have nothing. Nobody has anything to say. Nobody has a problem with it at all. So now I'm to the point where I'm like, well, shit, maybe I should stand with Russell Westbrook, because y'all so inconsistent with the message, and he don't rock with LeBron no more, blocked him and don't have his number, this and that. Salute to Westbrook for finally realizing who the real snake in the league is. LeBron James is the biggest snake in the league. He's an anaconda. You come to his team, he will squeeze any type of all-starism that you had on the team that you came from. He'll squeeze it out of you. And when it doesn't work, he'll pour the blame all over you. Fold his hands back. Well, it's not my fault. Look at these guys. All of a sudden, the blame is your fault, but the team you was on prior, you was an all-star. But now that you're playing with LeBron, it's all your fault if the Lakers don't win. LeBron is the anaconda of lack of accountability, basically. And any all-star, let me tell y'all something. If you care about your career, if you smart, don't go there. If you have any influence, any kind of, whatever you want to call the shit, if you got any say-so to prevent you from going to the Lakers, you better not go to the Lakers. Because when you lose, and inevitably you will, because LeBron don't play no damn defense. Especially the defense that he played back in the day was basically people getting gassed up of him chasing somebody down from behind. They got to steal. They on a fast break. He run them down from behind and block them. Now all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my God, he's the best defensive player in the world. He's the best defensive player I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. No, he was okay defender. He was solid. Those Bulls with Derrick Rose, when Derrick Rose was in his prime, when LeBron actually had feet to actually play defense, that was LeBron's prime right there. That was the zenith of his ability right there. What he was in Miami, that was it. And that version of LeBron, I'm sure this is going to hate a lot of you Bron stans' feelings, but that version of LeBron in Miami was not better than Kobe, let alone Jordan. I know I went on a tangent, but let me get back to during the early days of his NBA career, Russell Westbrook was known for doing a variation of gun celebrations. After hitting a big shot, particularly a three-pointer, he would blow out the imaginary smoke from his imaginary guns and place them in their imaginary holsters. Oh, Adam Silver don't care about that because it's not LeBron. The baby GOAT, Kobe Bryant. Yep. We're gonna be consistent with our baby GOAT on there. So we got the late Laker legend Kobe Bryant was also seen doing the gun celly at least once in his career. Just like Westbrook, Bryant also performed a gesture that looked like he was holstering a handgun. However, he would later take the imaginary pistol out of the holster and blow out the smoke. Very interesting. But still, consistency, the NBA gotta, you know what I'm saying? If that's what y'all going, do it all. And my thing is with the face of the league, the so-called face of the league, the Sandcastle King. If you want to really send a message that this is something that you're not going to tolerate, Adam Silver, then maybe you should find LeBron the same fine that you gave Ja Morant. And if Ja I'm not aware if Ja got a suspension for that. I think he just got a fine for it. But whatever the punishment is for Ja Morant, LeBron should get the same thing. If Steph Curry does it again, he should get the same punishment. Mikal Bridges, same punishment. Same fine, same punishment. Be consistent in your message, NBA. This is my overall point of this video. You can't let other players run up behind them and do it too. Your message is inconsistent. It doesn't work. If it's a problem when Ja does it, it's a problem when anybody does it. And anybody, whatever Ja's punishment is, since he's recently the poster child, whatever his punishment is, everybody should get the same punishment. Like, Ja's not wrong by himself, either everybody's wrong or nobody's wrong. That's where I'm at on this. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment box down below. If you like my content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is Shy Outta Town Sports, and we are out of here.